Okay, we're back at Project Tran Am, Miami. Um, and in our last video, uh, we took off the cover that supports the air conditioning unit up front, um, and the radiator. Just to bring you up to speed, if you haven't seen the last videos, we actually had a situation. If you look at the front of the car, where we had impact right here, that created a leak in the radiator. So I decided to take the radiator out because at first I was just going to inspect the radiator inside the car, but now that I've actually taken the radiator out, I noticed I have access to look at the frame of the car, and I didn't think there was any frame damage from the start, but just because you're gonna drive this car at some point, it's good to verify that. So by taking out the radiator, I can clearly see the frame's integrity. It doesn't look like the frame integrity was breached at all. I don't see anything out of alignment. One thing that's significant, if you are going to take out a radiator from an LT1, I'm going to kind of go over that a little bit. Just some helpful tips that I found. There's probably some experts out there that know better than me, but I'm just going to give my my view at it. For one thing, basically the radiator sits on this railing here. I don't know if you can see my hand down here, but it sits on this railing here, and that's pretty much it. So it just sits on that railing, and then it has the cover that's over it that bolts down, here, and the other another hole up on the other end, and basically that's what holds your radiator in the front of your car. So it's not really hard to take it out once you kind of move these hoses out the way. If you disconnect this hose and disconnect this hose and a few other hoses, it disconnects it comes out pretty easy. I'm going to tell you a few things that I experienced just to make it faster for you if this is your first time doing it. And then we're going to look at the radiator itself, and then I'm going to do a test on the radiator. I'm going to do a test on my own, and then I think I might rent a radiator pressure tester that just connects to the radiator, and you give it pressure, and the cap tells you, your radiator cap will tell you what the PSI it's rated for. I don't remember mine. Let's see. I'm not going to go into that right now because my radiator cap is somewhere at large. But basically, you want to put that pressure in your radiator however you do it, and it shouldn't leak. And I know with these cars specifically, it's important that there are absolutely no leaks and there's absolutely no air in your cooling system, because these heads are very sensitive. These are aluminum heads, and they are very, very sensitive. So it's just better to invest in making sure your coolant system is working perfectly, and it is it's purged of any air. That's another big issue with these cars. The cooling system needs to be purged of all air, and there's some bleeders, and they can be seen really easy now that I've got the radiator. Here's a bleeder here. Once the whole system's connected and you get it up to temperature, you basically release the bleeders or unscrew the bleeders, and all the air will come out. When you get a consistent stream of antifreeze coming out the bleeders, then you know there's no air in it. There shouldn't be. There's also a bleeder on the if you can see this right here, there's a bleeder on the thermostat housing. I actually have a Hypertech, I think it's 160 thermometer. That means it'll open up at 160 degrees opposed to the 180 degrees with a stock thermostat. So let me just take you really quick over to the radiator. And what I found was that I only had leakage here out of the actual spout. So I don't know if there's some sort of problem with the spout, if it got damaged in an accident, because actually if I put the radiator this way and you're looking at it, this is the passenger side of the radiator. So if I was in the car looking at the radiator, this would be the surface closest to me, and this is the actual front outside surface. So this is plastic. This piece right here is all plastic. So there may be a crack in there, a hairline crack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hose here, right? Whoa. And I will simply connect it to this hose here, and then connect these two together and block this hose off, and then give it pressure here. And I'm actually going to spray it with a soapy water solution and see if I get any bubbles. If I don't, maybe I don't have a problem, but it was leaking during the collision my car suffered in the front, and I don't know why. I know it was leaking from, again, and let me take my time because these are delicate. It was leaking from here, so I'm going to check it. I'm going to physically inspect it. I'm going to clean the plastic and give it a good visual inspection and see if I can find any visual cracks or leaks, and then pressurize it myself. And then the next step would be to buy the pressure kit or rent it actually from AutoZone and give it pressure and see if I can find any leaks. Basically, that's important because I'd rather test it now than to put it in the car and try to test it with the car's pressure and find I have to take it out and repair it or replace it. And replacement is pretty much what I would do. So that's it. That's today's video. So watch out for the videos. If you've been watching, you know that this car is going to be in a YouTube premiere movie series or video series called These Miami Streets. Check out the link below to our Facebook page, and just subscribe to our channel, and whatever information I can give you on fixing this car, I will. And just to close out, in case you haven't watched the first video, okay, this car has a damaged front nose. This car is the donor car that will donate its nose or its front clip over to this car. This is a Trans Am 5.7. This is the V6 3.8, which I have no use for. So check me out in the next video. Subscribe to the channel. Click the link over to our Facebook page. Like us on Facebook. And we've got some great content that's coming at you because you know, Miami is really hot right now, and we want to show you that. So I'll see you in the next video.